Hiya, lovely to see you. This is 30-day game changer workout number 2. Today we are going after sculpting the shoulders. Arms are going to be getting involved a bit too, and also the abs, especially around the waist area. 2 of my favourite areas to sculpt. I think you're going to love this one, guys. You need your weights. Now, ideally you want 3 sets of weights, mediums, light, mediums and heavy, right? But if you've only got, one little pair of dumbbells at home, absolutely fine to do that for beginners, or even hold a couple of bottles of water for these. If you're more advanced, you want to be going heavy, you want to be challenging yourself in weights that I would say a weight that you're going to find challenging for around 10 reps. If you can do more than 15 reps with the weight in these exercises, then you need to go heavier, because I want you getting sculpted, I want you seeing results, and to do that, you've got to be prepared to push your muscles outside the comfort zone. Just to give you an idea what I've got, I have got a set of 5 kilogram dumbbells, 5 kilograms each, 7 kilograms and 10 kilograms. I don't know if I'm going to need the 5s, actually, for me personally, so yeah, that's just to give you an idea. Right, I'm going to start the timer. We're going to do 4 minutes, just like yesterday. If you did the legs and glutes one yesterday, back and glutes one yesterday, we're going to do the same format, right? And this whole, at least for the first week of this 30-day Game Changer program. Remember, the first 7 days are all free on YouTube. Hiya, if you're watching me there. Hiya, if you're watching me as a member. You can still go over to that YouTube video and hit share, don't forget. Anyway, let's get going. 50 seconds per exercise, 10 seconds, like change your time in between, hesitate to call it a rest. But first of all, warming up for 4 minutes with the cardio of your choice. You do whatever cardio you want to do, or come along with me with these no equipment moves I'm going to do in this first week. We're going to just start with a jog though, because we're warming up, we want to ease in. If you're already coming into this workout warm, you can go ahead and do something more intense, right? But this is for people who are starting out cold. If you just got up off the sofa, just got out of bed, I don't know, just jumped out of the car after coming home from work for the day, you want to build up a bit gradually so that the joints get lubricated, heart gets going, pumping the blood around, and your brain, wakes up for exercise. That's an important part of the warm-up too. That's why we do, these little gentle cardio exercises to warm us up. It's not just about getting the body ready, it's about getting the brain ready, so that you can have, the best workout, get best results, okay? Gotta play these things smart. Alright, let's just shake that off, try and release any excess tension you might be holding in the body, especially around the shoulders and neck. So we need that area ready to work. Let's just do a jack now. If you really want light impact, go here, if that's what feels like, it feels good for you. Otherwise, you're just going to do gentle jumps. Be careful, because this is still a warm-up, right? So keep the knees soft, but switch the core on. Keep the upper body nice and tall. Get that core area activated. And that means thinking about your posture, staying tall. And landing, being careful to land with the knees slightly bent to absorb impact. Landing on the ball of the foot, heel coming down a split second afterwards. That's how we use our body's natural shock absorbers. Don't open the arms too wide, don't want to kind of overextend in these first few minutes while we're waking the body up. Shake it off. Alright, I'm going to do a kick combo now, just to get the whole body working together, getting the heart rate up a little bit more. So it's going to be front kick, as you come with me, there's the timer. Front kick, side kick, elbow, switch sides. Front kick, side kick, elbow. Don't worry if you're not warm enough or not supple enough to kick as high as me. This is just a warm-up move. Yeah? Some might feel down here. That's fine too. Do what feels good. Do what you're ready for. If you're stiff, you don't want to extend too far until you're warm, do you? You do what's right for you. That's part of, becoming a more advanced person in fitness. It's not just, being advanced isn't always about push, push, push. It's about learning what's right for you at what times. Yeah? Being mindful, connected with the body, and having the confidence to say, no, that's not right for me right now. I'm going to do this other thing, okay? Right, so this one is 4 jacks, and then we're going to go into 4 arm circles. So the jacks can be step jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're just going to do arm circle back, arm circle forward, arm circle back, arm circle forward. I'm going to do the next few reps a bit quicker. You stick with that if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4 jacks, back, forward. Think about loosening up the shoulder here, back, forward. 4 jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, don't worry if you're not in time with me here, if your jacks are a bit slower or your shoulder circles are a bit slower. You don't need to match me. All I want is for you to be warmed up. And remember, you can do whatever you want in these cardio intervals, okay? Just getting warmed up. But now, we are moving on to the main part of the workout. So, what's the first thing? Shoulder press. Let's press straight on. So we're just going to use, because this is kind of part of the warm-up, we're easing into the workout really, right? We don't go to our heaviest weight straight away. We want to warm up the muscles we're using with the movements we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to hold 1 dumbbell here. This is my 7 kilogram one. Just holding 1. And I'm going to press it up overhead. Bring it down. Nice and simple, yeah? Waking up those muscles of the shoulders. So I've got my medium dumbbell, but I'm holding it in both hands, meaning it's a lightweight. And what I'm focusing on here is posture, yeah? Thinking about my core. I'm thinking about my mind-body connection, bringing my busy mind home to my body so that I can make the most out of this workout, so that I can enjoy it and get optimal benefits. Core on, tall posture. There we go. That's that one. That's how quickly these intervals go, right? So keep that in mind. Upright row. Let's just keep, I'm going to stick with the 7 kilogram, actually one dumbbell, because we want to warm up this move too. So again, stand tall, neck long, nice tall proud posture, and bring the weight up and slowly lower. Careful not to hunch your shoulders up here. Biggest mistake, most common mistake anyway, people make in this exercise is bringing the elbows up too high, effectively bringing the weight up too high as well. Okay, so the elbows should only come up to armpit height. No higher. Your elbows, ideally, won't be any higher than like level with your armpits. You don't want those elbows flapping up and about. Squeeze your glutes a little bit here. Pull the belly in. Stand tall. Neck long. Chin up. Let's open. That's going to help to open that chest, that proud posture, yeah? Get the oxygen in that we need. Right, let's hit the deck for our first set of abs. Just realised I've got a towel. Hope that isn't going to give me problems later when I start sweating. This one is going to be a twist abs. So it's a little bit like Russian twist if you've done that one before, so making sure I've got space. Lean back slightly if you can, right? When your back has to stay flat. That's very important. Your back doesn't start to round. Bring the weight up till it's just above, like just above your forehead, right? And you're going to tap it down to the side with a turn of the rib cage. Back up just above forehead height. Turn and tap. Right, not a hard tap on the floor, especially not if you're holding the sides of the weights like this. You don't want to bash your knuckle down. In fact, you can even just be 1 centimetre or so above the ground. Like just kiss the floor with that knuckle. Just touch it so you can feel it there. It's not a fast movement, it's a controlled movement, working the waist. To make sure we're working the waist, you've got to make sure you get that turn of the rib cage. Okay, the whole rib cage is turning using the muscles of the waist. And that is your 3 moves for this first segment. We just got that twice through. And then that's this one in the back. So, if you're ready, let's grab 2 weights this time. It's shoulder press again. I just did it with 1 dumbbell before, yeah? Now we're going to do it with 2. Same move. Reach them up overhead, back down. It's a little bit different this time, in that the palms are facing forward. It's a bigger movement, it's a wider movement, of course. I'm going to remind you again not to hunch the shoulders up. Don't do this too quickly. Think about it, stay tall. Check your weight is evenly distributed over each foot. Right, pull the belly in, switch the core on. Control it on the way down. The exercise isn't just on the way up, it's about dropping them down with control, not too quickly. Then power up. Let's just do 1 more of those. Up and together. And down. I hope you can see the weights there. I think they might be disappearing out of shot. I promise they were still there. Next one, upright row again. Okay. So, 2 dumbbells if you want, or stick with that 1 dumbbell version we did in the first round. Stand tall, don't hunch your shoulders up. Remember the cue, the instruction I gave you before about not lifting the elbows up too high. Now if you're holding 2 dumbbells with me, it's going to be more likely for that to happen with the elbows coming up too high. So check yourself in your mirror. I always want you exercising in front of a mirror, please. You need to see, not just when you're doing my workouts, when you're doing any workout, okay? A mirror is your most important piece of equipment to make sure your posture and technique is correct. And as any good trainer will tell you, technique is your number 1 priority. All right, it's going to slow these down a little bit, make them a bit more controlled. Remember, elbows to armpit height, no higher. All right, and then we're back down for another set of that waist whittling, what do I call it? A-twist. A-twist abs. So, belly in, lean back slightly, weight just above head height, turn. Right, that's the key thing. Back up. It's a slow, controlled exercise, and it's about getting that turn. We're using the muscles of the waist to turn the whole of the rib cage, the chest, the shoulders, turn to the side, to the front, to the side. Okay, so you're not just moving the weight from side to side. That whole rib cage is pivoting at the waist, using the muscles of the waist with the resistance of this weight. That's going to help to get those muscles strong and defined, just how you want it. Yeah? Whew, I'm feeling in the shoulders now. Feeling it already. I'm going to stick with these 7s because I felt that last round. We don't have long breaks in this. Press the shoulder, the weight up and together. Palms facing forward, remember in this. Just check your posture and then go. Squeeze them up, control them down. Last set of these, yeah? So you can really put them in. This is a shoulder workout. You want to get those shoulders sculpted. You want to get them shaped. Yeah? Sculpted shoulders. You know, it looks strong. It looks athletic. It looks youthful. Press it up. I am feeling these. Squeeze them up. Drop them down. I'm just going to back up a little bit so you can see my weight. Squeeze them up. Drop them down. I think we've got 2 more. Press. Lower. Press them up and down. Ooh, burned. Okay. Quick shake, and then we're going to go into that upright row. Last time with this one. Stand tall. Row it up. Row it down. Now, remember the weight staying close to the body here, okay? Not too much flapping around. It's controlled. Although it's, the only thing that's moving is the arms, right? The whole body should be engaged, working together. What does that mean? It means spread the toes. Think about that firm foundation through the legs, right? Don't lock the knees out entirely. Keep the knees kind of soft so that all the muscles of the legs can be switched on. The belly is pulled in. The glutes are squeezed slightly. Think about all the muscles which support the spine. They are active, keeping you tall with good posture. Keep your chin up, keep your neck long. Squeeze and lower. And that's how it gets done, right? You think about that stuff, just let the movement of the arms just happen and we get there. All right, last one of these. Last chance to chisel the waist with this one. Right, turn. Also working the shoulders, of course. So that's one of the reasons this exercise is in here. We're working shoulders and waist today. So this one works shoulders and waist at the same time. You probably didn't feel it much in the shoulders first round, but at the end of this third round, your shoulders are pre-fatigued. They're already tired. Yeah? So you may well get a burn just from holding this one weight. Make sure you're leaving that little lift at the centre and make sure you get that full pivot from the waist, turning the chest side to side, one more each side, tap, up, tap, let go. Now we've got a break, yeah? Woo. Shake that off. Okay, beautiful. We're halfway through the workout already. So we're going to have 3 rounds of the next. Oh, sorry, I just need to grab a sip of water. You're doing really well. That was not easy. It's a hot day in here. I'm sweating. Gimli cat's sleeping. Right, so what's coming up next? It's going to be single arm clean and press, right? We're not going to clean it right from the floor. I'll just show you the lightweight, what it's going to look like. You just shake out the shoulders here while you watch. Recover a little bit. So the feet are, just outside hip width here. Always take a second to set your posture. Knees are bent and you're going to hinge forward with the hips slightly, right? And you're going to come up here. I'll try and show you in slow motion. It's actually harder in slow motion. Bring the weight up, and with power, you're going to flip it so that the palm faces front, and then you're going to do a single arm shoulder press, back down, release back to in front of you. Be careful with your shoulder here. Keep your shoulder back into that position where we can find the power through the legs to power it up and overhead. Your shoulder might be tired. If you use the correct weights for you in that first round, your shoulders should be feeling warm and a little bit fatigued right now. If they're not, please take note of that and lift heavier next time. This is the thing with strength training. I can show you what to do, guys. I can't do it for you. You need to lift weights which are heavy enough for you to feel the burn in quite a short amount of time, okay? You could lift for longer, yes, I know, but then that gets into cardio and endurance, and you will not build the muscle definition that you want. You will not get the metabolic fat burning benefits that you want. You need to lift a little bit heavy, okay? All right, let's get started. One arm at a time. I'm actually going to start on my left because that's my weakest side. I'd rather get it out of the way. Remember everything I just said. Set your posture, everything tall, everything strong. Bend the knees, press the hips back a little bit. Power up, palm faces forward. Press it up overhead, feel strong and powerful, all right? Back down, release, keep that going. You don't need to match me. The reason why I'm using timed intervals in this program is because this program is meant to, one of the functions of this program is to bridge the gap between my 30-day reset program, which is for beginners and returners, although advanced people are welcome to do it too. 30-day resets, it is what it sounds like, it's a reset program for your fitness. And my build and burn program, which is very strength focused, advanced heavy lifting. This bridges that gap, okay? Getting you used to lifting a little bit heavier, right? Getting you used to challenging yourself with a little bit of heavier weights. Getting you used to just progressing in these fundamental movement patterns, okay? So, other side. To get to the point I was just about to make, the reason why I use timed intervals rather than counting reps as we normally do in strength training, and you will if you progress to build and burn program after this, is because I don't want you worrying about matching me. If I count reps, understandably, everyone tends to work out in time with me, move in time with me. Whereas if I have an interval timer, I'm hoping that will make you feel a bit more comfortable going at your own pace, right? I would far rather you pick up heavier weights and not do as many reps as me, right? That's proper, that's getting into proper strength training. If you can only do 5 reps with the weight you have, I am delighted, right? And there's no need for you to, match my speed. That's not what this is about, right? So I just want you, feeling confident with that. Right, we're going to do 3 Russian twists. So this time we're going to do Russian twists, which is where similar to what we did last round, but we're going to keep the weight lower, shoulders get a bit of a rest. See if you can lift your heels this time. But don't forget that turn. 1, 2, I don't know why I'm counting, we're not counting reps. We're just bringing the weight from side to side. Now, the thing about Russian twist is it's very much about getting that lean. You want a bit of a lean back with the back, right, with the upper body. But the back must stay straight. Please be honest with yourself about this. If your back is rounding, then, come upright and just focus on the twist. But ideally, you've got that tilt back. You can feel it. You know why. That switches your abs on, right? Your core has to work really hard to stabilise you there. Even harder if the heels are up. Make sure you're turning the whole of the rib cage from the waist. Woo. All right. Let's go again. Single arm clean and press. I don't think I've used my 10s yet, so I better put them to work. Can you go a little bit heavier too? Right. Clean, press. When you do this clean and press, you'll probably find you can lift a bit heavier than the normal shoulder press because we're driving power up through the legs, yeah? Rather than just using the shoulder to press the weight up there, which is a smaller muscle, obviously, than when we're driving up through the legs. Whole body getting involved, working as one single athletic unit. That's how we like it. Press up, return, couple more. It's good practice to, when you press the weight over the head, it's good practice to look at it, look at that weight. It's basically to make sure you don't hit yourself in the head. You've got proper control of it. Other side now. Up, overhead, return. Keep that shoulder blade packed into your back, okay? Shoulder is back and down. It's not hunching up. It's not going out at a weird angle. Yeah? But what's lovely about this exercise is it really does give you a feeling of power, of strength, of the whole body working together. It's like Thor pulling up his hammer, right? Power, yeah! And when you do lift a heavier weight, you really feel that power even more. You've got to enjoy it, you've got to relish it. Now, I'm not going to use that one for Russian twist though. Going back to the 7 kilogram dumbbell. Find that lean and let's go. I just chuckled at myself then because, the brain is tricksy. And it was, like there was part of me that was like, oh, I could just leave my heels down, yeah, be a bit easier. But no, we want to get the best results in return for the time and effort we put in, right? We want to see results, we want to see progress. Let's face it, okay? We want to see like muscles, yeah? And especially when we're doing workouts which are very short like this, 30 minutes, really, it's super short. The only way you are going to see results from working out for such a short amount of time in terms of muscle growth is if you go after it during that short amount of time. That's the trade-off, that's the deal. One more set, clean and press. So I'm going to put my big girl pants on and stick with that 10 because this is the last sort of major exercise we're going to do today. Let's go. So, part of the preparation for getting you towards more intense lifting, even if you're advanced, please listen up, because you want to get to the next level too, right? And part of that is always a mental challenge, possibly the most part, right? We learn the techniques, we learn the fundamentals of what we need to do, we learn the science, we also need to learn the mindset, yeah? And part of that, even advanced people I see making this mistake, and it's just like, it's a habit you can get into, like and come out of several times during your sort of, fitness journey, is being afraid to push harder, yeah? It's part of the journey, right? It's learning that it's okay for it to be hard. It's okay for it to be challenging, It might be a little bit uncomfortable in the moment, but we can learn to relish that if we repeat it. I'm never going to ask you to hurt yourself, okay? If it's painful, stop. But that burn of your muscle working hard, if it's just that, if it's just your muscles working hard that you can feel, that's nothing to be afraid of. That is what they're there for. That is how we get stronger. And you don't need to be afraid of that, okay? It's hard, but you can do harder things. You've done harder things than this before in your life. I know you have. Yeah? think about all the challenges you've overcome in your life. You have lived through, you survived all of those things. Okay? You have survived 100% of your worst days in your life so far, right? You can do a 30-minute workout. You can push yourself outside of your comfort zone. But just, these intervals are only 50 seconds, yeah? You can do that. When you think about the things that you've had to overcome in your life, you have got the mental resolve to really smash this. See if you can speed this up for the last, what are we, 11 seconds, yeah, that's all. Then we're going to cool off. Turn, turn, turn. 4 seconds. And that's it. Shake it off, shake it off. Stand up, quick sip of water. If you want to. Straight into the cardio. Let's just go. Okay? Taking it easy again with this first, because, we're recovering. Hopefully, your heart rate should be up. Your shoulders should be like jelly. Yeah? Mine are. If you have pushed yourself today, right? Not about what weights I use, it's about you picking up the weights. Oh, shake that off. But get you to the point where at the end of those 2 sets, your shoulders are very fatigued, they've worked, right? And that should also mean that your heart rate's up a little bit. I'm sweating, you probably are too. So now we're just going to do a little bit of cardio to finish. Our metabolism is hiked up here from the intense weightlifting, right? Hopefully, if you use the right weight. Now, you don't want to do too much cardio after weightlifting because that can be very detrimental to gaining muscle, right? But a little bit, what do we do? Oh yeah, so it's jacks. My coordination goes when I start to get tired, does yours? A little bit of cardio at that point, gentle, not too intense and not too long. Actually, it's amazing for fat burning, right? If we do the right amount of cardio, the right intensity, it won't harm our muscle gains and it will maximise the fact that our body is currently primed to burn fat. Yeah? So I'm bringing this in this program for you to try and really max it out in the Build and Burn program, which I hope you'll move on to after these 30 days. That thing gets you super ripped, but you want to be ready. And in fact, you will see changes from this in 30 days. You will, if you do it right. What's next? Just kicks. I like these. I want to kick my dumbbells though. Front kick, side kick, elbow. You remember this one? Front kick, side kick, elbow. Front, side, elbow. Keep going with that. Now, guys, remember, hopefully, you heard me say this yesterday, or maybe you read it under the video. Cardio, in this program, the cardio segments, you can do whatever cardio exercise that you want. Now in Build and Burn, I use exercise bike, jump rope, I can't remember some other stuff I think, in some of the cardio segments. And a few people said they found that off-putting because they wanted to do the same cardio as me, right? I'd really like you to sort of move on from that, but the reason why I'm doing no equipment cardio in this program is so that you can work out along with me right the way through, even if you've got no equipment at all. Jacks. Just straight jacks now. Last bit of exercise. We're just going to do 2 minutes of stretching, 2 minutes like gentle stretch after this. If you are a member of the website, the extended stretch is there for you. Feels beautiful. If you're here on YouTube, if you're watching this from YouTube, please leave me a comment under the video. Please hit that share and like button. All the first 7 days of 30-day Game Changer are going to be on there for you, so that we can do this together. You can repeat them as many times as you want. Of course, you can on YouTube. But if you do decide to join up, you can do the complete 30-day program where there's 30 different workouts, a new one every day. All right, what have I got here? Oh, we're just gonna press the heels back here, extend the arms. We're in child pose. Really press the armpits down to open up the shoulders here, just let the heart rate come down a bit. Come up onto all fours, and just thread that arm through the gap between the other. You know, you might feel that stretch through the waist and the back of the shoulder. Other side, just opening up here at the end. And then you can extend the one arm out to the side. Oh, that gets in the, back at the shoulder nicely for me. Back to all fours. Other arm, extend out. Lovely. Tuck the toes. Press the heels up. Let's find that upside down V, downward dog position. Press the hips up to the sky. Lengthen through the back. It's totally okay for your heels to come up here. I'm far more concerned that you get straight lines in your body. The back should not be rounded. Okay? Full length, your maximum length through your spine. Press those hips upwards. Find length in the spine. Really press it up, pull the belly in. And from there, just see if you can press the armpits down towards the mat. Relax the neck. Feel that stretch through the shoulders. A bit more there, yeah? Gently, slowly come out of it. Press the hips back down towards the heels. See if you can extend the fingers a little bit further away from the body. A little bit more, just trying to edge those fingers forward now. Without moving anything else, place your right arm on top of the left. Get that opening through the side of the body. Place the right arm back to where it was. Now left hand over right. Extend, open it up. Oh. Come on up. Open the arms out to the sides here. Just roll the shoulders, loosen that up. Link the fingers. And press the knuckles down towards the floor, opening the chest and the front of the shoulders a little bit more. Shake that up. And that's us for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you tomorrow or soon in the next 30-day game-changing workout, or otherwise, if you are a member of the website, we are going to stretch for a little bit longer, and it is going to be like floating away on a cloud of bliss. Let me know how you went on today. Well done. Bye-bye.